I think we made it past the 9 seconds where they snag you for swearing or anything. So we're good. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's YouTube creator stuff. Like the first 9 seconds, you can't swear. Some, whatever. So welcome in. It's Wednesday, the 8th of February. We are trucking along. Okay. February is all the way in. So welcome to the midweek mashup.
Hey, everybody, what's good?
Yes, and if you aren't familiar with the two faces up on the screen, my name's Bethany, aka One Busy Mama.
And I am Tasharia, aka Wellness with Frugal Mama. Wellness with Frugal Mama. Wellness. Hey, Wellness with Frugal Mama.
You should record that.
Extra. That's what I should say. Extra.
Thank you. Smash that like button. So thanks for coming in. Today's topic. Let me just get in there. It's kind of like a viewer's pick again, but we're like piggybacking off of the banking, budgeting, saving money. So today is going to be about Credit Karma and self. How to boost your credit scores, know your credit scores, and learn, step by step as much as we can in an hour. So, hey, Kenneth, Savage Moses Gaming in the building. Celestial, Queen of Hearts. Hey, Liz, what's up? That's all I have so far. So, if you're just coming in, make sure you smash that like button. Cost you nothing
at all.
And you love it. So I'm not even going to ask you why you don't. You'll love it. Everybody needs to know about their credit in the USA. I'll say that. And read my description boxes. They're very informative. Okay. So we're going to talk about credit scores and two apps that can help you with that. One that I personally use and one that Tasharia uses. So that way we can give you real opinions on real stuff. No chucking and jiving, shucking and jiving, however it goes. Is it shucking and jiving or chucking?
I think it's shucking, like you shuck corn.
Do you shuck corn? I know you shuck oysters.
Well, I'll be shucking and going.
In Texas,
that's what I'm thinking about. Hold on.
Texas be having all kinds of phrases. So, no, you got me.
I ain't gonna blame it on the whole state of Texas. I'm good at making up stuff.
You got me on how to eat an elephant.
Okay.
Hey, Pete. Celestial said, I do it on my way and every time. Boom! Yes, that's the way to do it. Just hit the like button. You know you're gonna love it. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Hold on, guys. And to share it, you might want to try it if you can today on the bottom of your StreamYard to try to present. Do you have the option?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you see,
But we're both right. Look how smart. Okay. It says a bird. Remove the shucks from corn or shellfish.
Okay. So we both got it.
Playing with us. Y'all better get down with the mamas.
Yeah. So has anybody heard of shucking corn? Or maybe I'm just like...
You ain't country enough, girl. You got to come down to the country so you can get to shucking some corn and stuff.
Shucking corn. Okay. You learn something new every day, and if you're not, you're living under a rock.
That's right.
And that's why we're here. So we've talked a lot about credit scores, particularly in the United States. Again, this is United States only information because I can't speak to Europe, Asia, or any other continent out there. So I'm going to bring up Credit Karma. That's the one I use on every day. I've been using it for, I would say, well over 7 years now. So can you see my screen?
We can see your screen.
Oh, it's purple too. Don't you just love the contrast? Purple and green. Okay, so where credit meets confidence. Oh, I love that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Credit Karma uses your credit profile to show you curated offers. Plus, with credit confidence, they should put that with a K, you can see your approval odds before you apply without impacting your scores. Thank you for not sponsoring this video. So Credit Karma has evolved over the time that I've used it. And I want to say that their credit scores are about right. So it may be plus or minus 5 or 10 points. Kind of like the forecast. But what I do like about Credit Karma is they let you know of any changes to your credit score, or if somebody tried to open up an account, if your email or your passwords have been blacklisted out there on the black market, which means you probably left a tab open with some information and somebody was able to access it. So they send you an alert to let you know to change your passwords. Speaking of passwords, it's always smart to have different and difficult passwords. Keep them somewhere where nobody else can find them. But anyway, they give you a good idea about where you are. They also give you Credit Karma tips. So let's say you're starting out in the 600s. They tell you which accounts need to be closed, which ones need to be paid down. They even offer loan options on there and your approval odds, which is really great. And they offer credit card suggestions that could help you boost your credit score, or if you're looking for a low APR, which everybody is right now. They offer online banking. They offer auto loans, home loans, mortgages. So there's so many varieties of things that Credit Karma does. But if you wanted basic information on how to get started, it costs you nothing. This is a free app, by the way. I probably should have said that first. It's a free app. There's no subscription. There's no monthly fee. And you can use Face ID, I know, with the Apple products. If you still have a home button with a fingerprint, you can use that as an option in case you're not really good with keeping your passwords. So let's see what else they have to offer. So build credit the easy way. If you are new to credit, putting away as little as $10 a paycheck could help your score go up. And we talked about that, banking and budgeting. So it's not a lot of money that you need to set aside. If you think about $10 every paycheck, that's $20 typically every month, times 12, that's about $240 if I'm mathing. And a little bit goes a long way. I mean, you guys remember when they used to say, save all your pennies? 288. It helps. So if you read the fine print here, you're eligible to apply through Credit Karma Money if your TransUnion credit score is 619. There's 3 major credit companies who monitor. TransUnion and Equifax are the top leading ones, and sometimes they'll refer to a third one if they need to get an average. So it also says members with a credit score of 619 or under could see an increase within 2 months. Late payments and other factors can have a negative impact on your score, including activity with other credit accounts. So anytime you get reported to a credit bureau, that's going to negatively affect your credit score. So your credit score, if I can give the definition, is a basic number anywhere between 400 and 900 is typically the scores. The lower you are, the worse your credit score is or your credit history is, which means you've paid bills late, skip payments, not managing your funds appropriately. So the closer you get to 900, the better your score is, the better odds you are of finding credit cards, getting loan offers, because it just shows that you're really good with managing money. And no bank wants to give somebody who can't handle their own money, give them their money.
Right.
That's just real. Okay, let me say hi to some people.
Yeah, that's not good business.
The experience with Sassy. Hey, King Morgan, Boss Lady. Slim Jim. Life at the Logans. Official 1SP. Boom. Does anybody have any questions before my rambling continues? Oh, Mr. Terry, I'm sorry. Mr. Terry.
Huh?
I saw Mr. Terry.
Mm-hmm.
I save all my pennies in a large piggy bank. Yeah. Listen, I see people with the big water jugs, you know, how many ever gallons that thing is. Oh, thank you. Mr. Terry said the 3 credit bureaus are Experian, Equifax, TransUnion.
Mm-hmm.
So the top 2, like I said, is Equifax and TransUnion. However, if a bank needs to verify on an average, they'll pull in Experian. So I know from mortgages, they tend to lean towards Equifax, but it just depends on the lender.
Have it good with everybody. They'll bring up your whole FICO score. Yeah, baby.
And the reason that I mentioned that this is pertaining to the USA, again, is because this sort of standard doesn't exist in other countries. So it could be kind of a shocker to some people who are just coming into the country, don't know what that means, can't get established. I mean, nowadays you need a credit score at least of 6 something, low 600, 620-ish, to get your lights turned off, the internet turned on. Under 620, you might get them shut off.
Okay.
So everything kind of revolves around.
They would turn your electric off for free, baby. They turn that right on off, honey. I'm trying to tell you.
For free. Don't let hospital or medical bills go far either. Call those suckers and make a payment plan or an agreement or something, because they will report you real quick.
And don't be messing around with the IRS. I don't care what nobody tell you. Don't mess around with the IRS. Be like, oh, woo. You better set up a payment plan or something, because the IRS do not play.
Oh yeah, they come and get you.
Like, I didn't pay taxes for 10 years, and then they
start. I don't understand that. Why all these celebrities have a hard time paying taxes, knowing when they were broke, they were paying taxes. Like
that part. And then they talking about, oh, I was letting this person and that person do it. Nah, you need to make sure you Gucci with the IRS, period. Because who goes to jail? That's some federal time right there. I don't know about prison and all that, but I know I don't want to be up in there.
I'm not checking into that hotel.
Okay. And then when they start adding all these penalties and fees, and then they have all these different attorney offices that can say, oh, we can get your amount lowered and all that, but that's a lot that you have to go through when you can just be proactive. And a lot of times, if you have a business or whatever, you have some deductibles, and you can be like the wealthy, just pay little to no taxes, but you got to take care of that stuff. I'm sorry.
If you can have a good accountant or a CPA or somebody who can direct you financially, that's the best way. If you don't like what they're saying, go get another opinion. Celestial said low credit for utilities will cause you to pay a higher deposit. Mm-hmm. Also, this is something that I recently learned, I'd say in the last 10 years. When we moved to Florida, I never had to pay a deposit because where I lived, I had been there for a little bit, and you just transfer your bill, you know, I was already established in Connecticut, so you just transfer your bill with the New England Power Company or Eversource or whoever they are now. But when I came down to Florida, it was like, oh no, you got to go to Amscot and wire us money. Now it's a little easier. Like you could just do it over the phone. They check your credit score right then and there when you're establishing. So it does matter. You have to pay a higher deposit, and sometimes that's more than your bill. Mm-hmm. And it's based off of your credit score. Queen of Hearts, I have a question. If anyone can recommend, I have a car from CarMax. The rate is ridiculously high, 13%. I want to refinance, but what do I choose? So many options. Trustworthy. I don't have a car loan. Do you have any suggestions on that?
I can't give you no financial advice. However, what I would do is I would go to, if you have a credit union, I would start off with them first, because 9 times out of 10, your credit union is going to give you whatever you, the best rates usually. However, there are sites that you can go on and you put your application in, and they run it with multiple lenders. So that way you don't get hit with multiple credit. They say, some of them say it's a soft hit, some of them say it's not a soft hit, meaning it won't affect your credit score. However, I don't be trying to take no chances. I will go to a site that says it's going to check with multiple lenders, and then you can pick from there. Yeah, that interest rate, yeah, that's off the chain. 12%, you be paying for 2 cars for 12%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, disclaimer, neither one of us are financial advisors. These are just our opinions. But I do agree with that. First, credit union, if you don't have an account with a credit union, you can always, depends where you work. And I don't want to give out your information, Liz, but if you're in the medical field, there are medical credit unions. Just Google it, because if you have a badge or if you have a pay stub that shows that you work for a hospital, a nursing home, a home health agency, that'll get you in real quick. Also, I do agree with the multiple searches in one. So Credit Karma does actually do that. They will give you different lender options. I don't have a car loan. I haven't had one in years. My best tip, if you want to follow some like friendly advice, not financial advice, is pay the most that you can pay to get out of that loan as fast as possible. Like even now, let's say I wanted to go to buy a car, I would take a huge chunk, put it on that car, and then finance the rest, and then pay that off within a year. I'll be struggling for a year, but my car will be paid off.
And this is the thing, pay your regular. I have a car note now, but I didn't have one for a couple of years. But my interest rate is dang near just not even there. But and I say that because pay your bill, pay your monthly thing, and if you can put anything else, pay like like if you get paid every 2 weeks, pay your what's it called? Your payment, whatever it is. Don't wait for it to come up, but then like every 2 weeks put something else on it, because that means you're going to be taken down. Because sometimes, like when I had a mortgage, it will make you, it'll say, okay, do you want to put this to principal? If you don't tell it you want to put it to principal, it'll just be adding on. They don't do stuff like automatically just to be on the nice side.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to make sure that your extra money is going towards your premium, so that it decrease the amount of interest that you're paying on that. I know a lot of times we get into situations where we need to have a car, and that's where they try to get us is and so they kind of predatory, you know. So yeah, anyway, that's my thing. So pay it on like every. And it makes it seem like you're paying more often, and it keeps you in the rotation. So I would pay it like that too.
You're
paying
more often,
even if it's $5.
You're paying more often, but you're paying it down faster. Also, I've heard to break up. I heard to take those payments and make sure that they apply separately, but before the interest rate, kicks in. So let's say your payment is due on the 15th. You make 2 payments before the 15th. That way they don't even get your interest. Go check that out though, because, and that applies to mortgages too. If you make an extra payment and like you said, pay it towards the principal, and then you could pay one again towards the principal, that cuts down months off of your mortgage. We got a super chat sticker.
Yeah, and then like if you get a bonus with your job, put it all on your principal. If you get income tax, put it on there and cut them suckers out of your life as quickly as possible. Shoot. recycling, whatever you do, put it on that mug, because honey, and then be careful if you do get a refinance, even for like a house, a car, or even a credit card. If you're doing something where you switching over, whatever, make sure there's no fees or minimal fees for that refinance. Because some people, some company, they'll try to charge you a fee to refinance or to, do whatever.
Or if you make an extra payment or pay it off faster, there are some companies that charge a fee. Let me get this super chat. Thank you so much, BKM. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Going to bed. Be safe.
I thought this thing automatically mutes, but it doesn't.
Oh, I thought so too. Glad we didn't say nothing crazy.
No, I did the other day, but I cut it out. Anyway, did I say hi, boss lady? Hi. Let me go back to YouTube because I like reading. Oh, Yvette snuck in here with the member hype 11 months. Woohoo! Yes. You almost had that. You get a free piece of merch. Oh, stay safe, Black Knight. Hold on. That thing is behind. All right. So I did my spiel. Does anybody have any questions, comments on Credit Karma? Go ahead. I got to grab something for Luke's.
Okay. So you want me to share my screen? I'm going to share my screen about this here self. All right. Let me make sure. Can y'all see my screen? No, I think she got to allow y'all to see first. So when she come back, hopefully she'll put me on, champ. Put me on, champ. Put me on. Hey. Okay, so but self, and then it tells you how it's worked. It says you can build your credit while saving money. This is what I like, because if you're not a good saver, let somebody else save it for you. Stop playing with yourself and acting like you're gonna really do this. And it says starting off at $25 per month. You apply for a credit builder account. Your money is safe and secure. No hard pull on your credit. You pay off your credit builder account in a specified amount of time. You choose the amount term and the dollar amount that best suits your budget. Each on-time monthly payment builds credit history and adds to your savings. Your monthly payments are reported to all 3 credit bureaus. Unlock your savings once you paid off your credit builder account. Your CD, certificate of deposit, unlocks and the money is yours, minus fees and interest. Okay. There's no hard pull on your credit applying for your credit builder account. You the payments are automated, so it comes out before you even notice it. Okay. Worrying about due dates or whatever. It's just boom, it's out there. You can track your credit score. Can you share the can you put me up? It's down there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you all right? I just been talking.
I didn't even know I had to. Okay. No,
you have to authorize me. Like I said, it reports to all 3 credit bureaus. Every payment is reported to all 3 credit bureaus. And since it's automated, you're going to be making them because, it's what it is. And then it says you can cancel anytime. We know making payments isn't always easy. That's why you can cancel at any time and get your savings progress back minus interest and fees. Now, how much are the interest and fees? It probably just depends. But here is how it all works. So you have 4 different tiers: small builder, medium builder, large builder. Extra large builder. Okay. Woo. So let's go with the small builder. We just starting off. I'm telling you, if you're not used to savings or you're not a good saver, this is a good option. All right. So the admin fee for the small is $9. The admin fee for all of them $9. The total payments, if you're on a $25 plan for 24 months, is $600. You're gonna pay $600. You're going to, at the end of that 24 months, you're going to get back $520. Now you're probably saying, well, why would I do this? Because you're not gonna save. Just go on and let the people save for you and build your credit, okay? And the final cost to you is $89. Okay. But that's a good way to save, okay? And I'm telling you, like when I first did this about 5 years ago, I think 4, something like that. My credit score was probably 500 or something, 500 or something, and then it just shoots up. And then I'm telling you, get such gratification when you get like a text message or email, whichever way you sign your stuff up, and it says your credit score has improved 35 points, 45 points. Ding, 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 ding. And what else I like about Self is, like, you know how if you lived in an apartment for 5 years ago, and you know you're supposed to get a deposit back. Most of us forget about that kind of stuff. Or you had rented a storage building, you had to put a deposit down, and you don't get it back immediately. Well, it goes to the county or whatever, state, whatever, and it'll tell you in Self. It'll be like, you need to click this link to tell them that this is where you at, so you can get your money. It is so all kind of benefits. And then this is something that Self offers. When you pay your rent, you get credit. But you can also get that free I know for sure with Experian directly. But it's all in one. They help you get started. They help you build your credit. And it's really cool. Like the payment history makes up 35% of your credit score. So when you're making these regular payments, it's building up your credit. Boom. You know what I mean? So that is what it is. So I can stop presenting now. That's Self. And I really liked it because it was kind of hard for you, girl, Frugal Mama, back in the days, because I've had that money and be burning my pocket. I'd be like, man, I need to spend this. Money. That's what it's for. But it helped me be more disciplined. And then at the end, when I got that payoff, I was like, yay! So, but anyway, that's Self. And I put the referral code.
Put the referral code. Oh, what the heck? I think she hit the wrong thing. She'll be back. Let me drop the link again, just in case. Make it easier. If anybody wants to come up, you're certainly welcome, as long as we're on topic. Because I really want to help. Both of us have great ideas, great experiences with either one of these. So if you are one of those people, Self sounds like one of those places that incentivizes you or rewards you for doing things on a timely basis. So that sounds cool. Also, getting alerts and notifications, as annoying as some of them may be, this one sounds really good, where you get alerted for getting your deposit back, which sometimes owners or landlords try to skimp on those things. I definitely have experience with that. But yeah, that sounds like a good one. I was saying, for people who aren't really motivated or holding themselves accountable to saving some coins.
Mm-hmm. And it's different too, because like you can put your money in a savings account, but it's not really helping to build your credit. So if you have no credit or bad credit or low credit, then it helps, because even no credit is not beneficial. You have nothing. They're like, man, we don't know you. Why we just go give you some money, So in order, it helps you establish credit as well. So
it's great. I like both of them.
I like both of them too. I think if you use them both, and like especially with the Credit Karma, you're not having to pay anything. I just like this. I chose this effortless because it's effortless. Like they take the money out, they save the money, and then at the end they give you your money. I'm like, oh, that's
wow. Yeah, I mean, it's an investment, and credit health is serious, and you still have to constantly work on it. That's why it's called health. You still have to maintain it like an oil change. You can't just leave it out there and you're just going to stay over 800. You're not. I know from my own personal experience, my credit score like 10 years ago was about somewhere in the 500s, low 500s. I was going to get rejected for every doggone thing. And that was because I wasn't properly advised about credit cards. So the one credit card that I had, I maxed it out, and then I made an agreement. What do you call it when they pay it off? And then I just ran away from credit cards ever since then.
Oh, look at this, y'all. Oh, let me share my screen one more time.
Go ahead. Hey, April Showers.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the authorization here. Hey, Lisa.
Hey, everybody.
Boom.
Check out baby. Boom, baby. I'll be 800 by the end of the year. I said that last year, but I got the tripping, I guess. I don't know.
It was real close. And then
that's what I'm talking about. I don't be on no bull crap, man. I'm trying to tell you, we over there 6 minutes. This is awesome. That's what I'm talking about. Don't play with your credit, man.
Yeah, sassy. That's what I said in the beginning. That Credit Karma is about. It's not exactly the score. Like if a bank pulls your credit score, it's going to be different, higher, lower, whatever, than Credit Karma. So you just have to be mindful of that. That's really awesome. I feel like they give you like those, motivational messages, like, ooh, it went up and saving money. Yeah, that is something to dance about. No, it's okay. A lot of people come rolling in after the 10, 15-minute mark, but there's pros and cons.
A lot too.
You can have both too. You can have the Credit Karma version, just understanding that it's not going to be 100%. Like I said, 5 or 10 points off.
What can I do?
But I think they both have really good advantages and can be utilized to positively get you in the right direction. That's the best I can say. I mean, if you're bad with money or you need help with saving money, hey, Lavish, or if you just don't know which direction to go to, I think either one would be a great idea.
On a previous live stream is know what's on your credit, because some of the things like it's just not right. It should have fell off, whatever the case may be. It ain't yours, whatever the case may be. Get your credit report, and there are ways. Most of them, I really only have done Experian and TransUnion. I don't really fool with Equifax because it's kind of. The website get on my nerves. I think that's the one. But anyway, you can just put in there easy dispute. Dispute. But this is the thing. They said that 35% is your payment history. A large percent is how long your oldest credit is, how old your longest line of credit is. So you definitely don't want to dispute something that's been 10 years, even if it's bad, even if it's not that great. You want to be you want to be aware that that's good to have had credit for 20 years or whatever, however long it may be.
Yeah, because credit history matters, just like references for a job. And loyalty at a job. So or longevity, but if you have an old account, like you said, even if it's positive or negative, you don't want to cut that off, because then you dwindle back to the 3 years or 5 years, which is really going to impact your score. Another thing that impacts your score is credit card usage. So you probably don't want to have too many credit cards, because then your debt to income ratio is going to be off balance. But if you have, let's say, 3 credit cards that are open or positive notes, try to keep your credit card usage under 20% of the total credit line. So if it all amounts to $10,000, then you only want to use 20% of that and try to pay things off as you get paid.
Mhm.
So if you can't afford to buy it on this paycheck, then you probably should just hold off because you want to pay it within that month so that you don't get slammed with interest rates or fees, because late fees and processing fees, all that kind of crap gets tacked on. So let's say you start off small, never had a credit card, and they give you one for like 500 credit limit. Which credit card do you pick? That could be kind of tricky. It depends on if you're trying to establish credit history or if you're just trying to pay off something that's $500 and you just wanted to buy it real quick, which I don't suggest doing because say that interest rate is 23%, that's not really going to work out unless you can pay it next week. So if you're trying to establish, the best thing to do is get a credit card that has rewards if you can apply for it, and Credit Karma will let you know which credit cards you can apply for with the odds being in your favor. So if it has a low approval rating for you, then I wouldn't suggest wasting your time applying for it. But if it has a higher odds of approval, go for it. Get the perks, because sometimes these perks are 1 to 2 to 3% back on gas, restaurants, places that you frequently go. Grocery stores. And that's where you get the most money back. So putting gas and then paying out the next time you get paid.
Gas and groceries.
Yeah, works out. I mean, you need gas, you need groceries. Okay, Tim said, my ex-wife ruined my credit so bad years ago by not paying the bills. My credit score was 542. I have busted my butt getting my credit back using Credit Karma and Experian. My score is now 780.
I know, boy. Right. Boom.
There you go. So we got
that is the story. A lot of people's story from either divorce or whatever.
Well, that marriage will drown you. That marriage will drown you because it's tied together.
And so somebody say, well, what's the best way to choose a card? On the Experian website, and I know that on Self, and I believe Credit Karma, they will say, okay, based on your credit score, these are some options for you. And then when you apply, it's saying, this is what you qualify for.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. If you're not good with spending properly, get you a gas card to start out with, because you can't go splurging on gas. You either gonna fill the tank or not. But everybody got to get gas. Even electric cars got to get gas. Just get something to start establishing credit. That's why I like Self, because as you save money, it's building your credit as well.
Yes. I like that.
Like with Experian and Self, when you pay electric, water, gas, rent, whatever the case may be, it actually helps you build your credit as well. You got to establish that credit.
Yes. Because like we mentioned earlier, you don't want to have to pay a higher deposit, getting lights turned on, or getting internet established, TV, all that stuff counts. So that's a great story, Tim. That's a review right there. I was going to say something.
I think I might just sign up for Credit Karma. You got a referral link?
I wonder if I do. I can look real quick. I've had it for a long, long time.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get to 800, and it seems like once you get to about 760, go from 70, 760, 780, and then get I was at 793. I was like, I don't even know why I want to get to 800, because you really, once you over 690, you pretty much can. Pretty good, pretty all right, but
mine goes back and forth.
I'm like, come on, just give me my 800 and stop playing with me. Put some respect on my name.
Boom. No, mine goes up and down. It'll go from 740 to 780, get me all excited, and then back down to 740, because and that's what can be discouraging, is because when you pay off stuff, it actually reports negatively for a second, and then it'll bounce back up. So some people will see it and be like, wow, it dropped 50 points, but that's because you lowered your debt to income or debt to credit.
Right, your total amount of credit that you had. Yeah, that really. I'm glad you said that, reminded people of that, because boy, that hit you hard. You done paid off your car, your house, or whatever, and be like, what? And then also you said stay at like no more than 20% of your total credit line, and that is so important, y'all. Don't try. I mean, like I tried to like keep. I wanted zero. I want to know that, but that's not good either. Just try to keep it like 10%. Yeah, like 10%. Of like, let's say if you have $1,000 credit line, don't pay like it all off.
Right, you gotta leave a little something.
Leave a little bit on there, because then you don't have any. Like they say, you're not utilizing any of it, and so that could be detrimental. But what I really like about and even like if you have Capital One, I'm telling you, if you have bad credit, apply with them.
Yes,
them rascals, they take
everybody.
They
I got two of them.
They take a chance on the hopeless, baby. One of my first, when I was trying to redeem myself after, when you go, hey, bro, when you go to college, they say, I heard Lisa J say the same thing. When you come your first freshman year, all the creditors out there trying to sign you up a credit card.
Yeah.
So next 20 years paying out credit card that you didn't need and student loan debt. But yeah.
It mess you up real fast.
Okay, so
yeah, utilization shows responsibility. So if they see you teetering, somewhere between that 12 and 10%, it's more respectable than you going from 30% all the way to zero. I mean, they want to see you using the money. I mean, everybody wants to take a break, but the major holidays also play into factors. So if you're going to spend a lot during the holidays, try to get your stuff closer to like 1 to 2%. That way you can make some of those purchases and it's not stacking up against you. Hey, Nikki. Hey, the gambler. I saw Stock Explorer come in and Micro Farmer came in. So shout out to all of you. We are discussing at the tail end of this of credit scores, how they affect you, and 2 apps we recommended were Credit Karma and Self. So if you missed some of that, go back and watch that, because it's all good information. I mean, who doesn't love saving money, right? And if we can get you in the right direction, we can't do it for you, but we can get you in the right direction. So
I'm just going, a lot of it just based on experience, like we both said had that them ups and downs, and we all the way up, and nothing can stop us. Come on now. Ain't all the way up. I mean, but like you said, like Tim said, you go through things and then you bust your butt to get it where you want it, and then you want to protect that,
Yeah.
And like she said too, make with your passcode, like with your passwords, those that is so critical, y'all. You think it's really not, but if you ever get hit with like any type of fraud, even if you can dispute it all during that time in those investigations, and you really trying to maneuver that that experience, you can take a hit. And a lot of this black web stuff, I was looking on my experience. I check all my accounts and all my credit on Experian every day, try to see, not every day, but mostly almost, and try to see what is going on, because I have started changing my passwords. On my Google, it'll say you have 70 something, things,
accounts.
Clear that crap out. And I was like, I'm changing passwords on everything and making them challenging, because on Experian it says you had black web in your where your accounts have been exposed to this many, whatever. Go change your password with this, that, and the third. So
I also think it's a good idea. Like at work, they make us change ours like every 90 to 100 days. I think at that time, maybe not so often, but maybe twice a year. Like make it a good habit, like spring and then winter, to go in. I would suggest making a list of all the places and, just check them off. Your bank account, password, your Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all those good stuff, Twitter.
And if you can get that two-factor authentication on whatever you can get it on, do it. I know it makes it like, oh, I don't want to log in, but it helps protect you from foolishness.
Right. So
boy, you done went too far.
Yeah, I know.
You change your Netflix password. I know that's right. It's annoying because you do all that and everything. But I was saying last time, like for my banks, I don't save none of that. I just put it in out every time. I don't save any of that. Not even only reason why I do on my phone is because I can do my thumbprint. I'll be like, man, somebody been trying to cut my finger off. Don't cut my finger off for $5. That's all I got in it, man. Leave me alone. Okay?
I miss my home button on my phone. It made it so much easier. But if you do have the authentication two-step, I recommend that. You can also download an authenticator app, or Duo is an authenticator app. If you have an iPhone, they actually have a authentication thing under passwords. So if you go under passwords, it's an option to turn it on, and they will generate 5 backup codes for you. Take a screenshot of that, and you can use those backup codes as your authentication codes.
Wait a minute, what?
No, I know it. I ran through that real quick.
I got Duo, but I don't be doing all that. Okay, tell us one more time.
So I have Duo. That's what I use for work, but Duo can also act as an authentication code generator. Hey, Vanessa the Don. So if you go on your iPhone, go under settings, then go under passwords. Where's passwords? Passwords. And it'll say password options.
See, I'm looking on my Android. Let me see.
Oh, I can't even show you guys because it's blurry. Hey, Danya.
Settings, then what?
Settings, passwords. It's a little further down.
Okay.
And then you can hit iCloud passwords and keychain, which it says right above it, set up verification codes using iCloud passwords and keychains. Or if you download an authentication app or Duo Mobile, then you can use those as password generators. Also, Facebook has a password authentication. So straight under that, it'll say password options, security recommendations. It'll list Facebook. And if you open up the Facebook one, it'll generate a verification code. So let's say you get locked out. Let me unblur my screen. It'll generate some codes for you.
I gotta do this later because I don't know how to get apps on this iPhone.
Okay, so let me back out a little bit as much as I can. So if you go under settings, I'm under settings, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna scroll up a little bit, and then there's passwords right under Apple Wallet. You hit that. Oh, it needs my Face ID. Okay, so we're under passwords. See the header, passwords, and then password options. If you click that, it'll say iCloud passwords and keychains, and then it gives you 2 other options, authenticate or Duo Mobile. Now, if you go back, you'd have to turn that on, by the way. You go back and you go under Facebook. Facebook offers a verification code along with
Okay, I see that too.
So those are good. I know Google does two-step authentication. Facebook does. A lot of apps now do it. Celestial says she doesn't use Crapple products. Yeah. Yep, that's it. I just said that, Ro, but yep, Google has an authenticator. Delete any verification codes you get after you use them. Yeah, and you can regenerate them. So let's say they give you 5 backup codes for Instagram. Instagram does it. If you go under their app, if you go under their app on Instagram and you go under settings, and I believe it's privacy or security. There's an option there, the same way Facebook has it. It'll give you backup codes. Take a screenshot of that. You can also roll the dice and get new ones every now and then if you want.
Yeah, y'all be careful because I'm telling you, they will steal your identity. You be having the whole, be like, oh, wait a minute. Somebody show up in your chat, be like, with a picture of you. This is wellness with Frugal. I'm like, wait a minute, man. That ain't
I know. We're going to have to enter the code just to have a chat.
With yourself. Okay.
Yep. And Facebook has horrible security. Let me just tell you. Horrible security. Like, I just recently opened my Facebook, like not too long ago, for the businesses. And all of a sudden, like within days, I had some Asian script page name selling merchandise under my name. And I reported it. And I had to like physically delete it and take them off. Like they were pretending to be an administrator on my account. Like, and I contacted Facebook, nothing.
They don't waste no time.
They don't even care.
I was listening to Slim Jim Longfoot, and he was talking about how he's trying to dispute, the monetization stuff. Talking about then you can't contact them, like email them or anything. You have to send them a Twitter, like message them on Twitter. I'm like, oh my gosh! But yeah, this is crazy.
Well, this is the part about technology that everybody rushed to get technology. Everybody rushed to get all these apps, and I'm still hesitant. I like the extra security. I just don't like the extra steps. Like, remember when you took the credit card and you just swiped it, right? And then boom, ching, purchase. Now, hey, Edward, you swipe, it asks you a million questions. Do you want to pay for this amount? What's your zip code? Well,
I don't like putting my zip code up there either. Nah, but look, I've been looking around, man. I've been trying to hover over.
Yeah, I'm like, why are you asking so many questions? I got the card right here. That's why I literally, if they take Apple Pay, I'll pay with that because I don't have to swipe nothing. I don't have to enter nothing. I just hit OK on the screen.
And I told y'all last week, I think if you can get one of those wallets, you carry credit cards and anything in your wallet or your purse, get a wallet that has where they cannot get that stuff up off your. All anybody have to do is stand close to you enough. They got one of them scanners. They can get your credit cards, and they will use it so fast. Once again, you will probably get your money back if your stuff is with a bank that has the
FDIC.
Yeah, there you go. And however, in the meantime, and having to talk to them and having to send them this, do you have like when it happened to us, we had to send them something from the police department where we had read, did a report and all that kind of stuff. Who want to go through all that? Protect yourself on the front end so you don't have to go through all the extra on the back end. But we talk about credit card. But that is so connected.
It's still credit.
Because just like that.
Yeah, I know. They want to know what you had for breakfast too.
Exactly.
Like the questions are crazy. And but anyway, I know it's all for security, and while we're doing all this, there'll be a 5-step authentication thing in the next few years. Watch. But just be mindful. Like if you don't need to use your credit card, don't use it. Also, I know Bank of America, speaking of banks, I know Bank of America offers cash back rewards for every line of business that they have. So even if it's your debit card to your credit card, they have cash back rewards. So utilize them, check them. If you frequent Dunkin' Donuts, you can get 5% back. Sometimes it's a certain amount that you have to spend. Sometimes it's just one time. Chipotle. I mean, there's brands on there that you must frequent, in order for you to benefit. Now, if you don't go to those places, I wouldn't suggest just starting going to these random places just to save 5%. I mean, that's not really good money habits. But that's one way. Getting a credit card that gives you perks. So we're talking about basics too. We're not talking about you want to use airline miles. That's a whole different tier. You want to get the lounge and live the rich bitch life. Okay, that's a different tier. We're talking about how to get yourself started and keep it maintained. And these are the two that we recommend.
Yep, me too. That boy Ro, you see my website?
Yeah, I got the link from Frugal Mama too.
Okay, stop.
You know what I noticed? I don't know if you can see that, but you know what I noticed? As soon as I started cashing in, it was like the deals were gone.
Oh, I hadn't even got enough to cash in because I don't buy my own.
But
okay.
You
were speaking about the basics with the credit cards and everything, and Capital One does that as well with the what's name, but not like Bank of America. I'm telling you, like when you do Bank of America, I don't care if you use your credit card, your debit card, or whatever, you're gonna get the what's name. And anybody account that you are associated with. Let's say you got like Bethany may have a account for her children, if they use any other affiliated places, she can have that tied to her cash back. But anyway, if you order a lot of stuff online with Amazon or whatever, remember that you have extensions on your computer. You can do Capital One. It's a Capital One extension, and it will check to see if there are any coupon codes.
Yes.
I can forget the name of it. Capital One something.
Hold on.
Capital One rewards or something, and you don't have to have their credit card. And then if you shopping online, it'll say, "Hey, you want us to check for additional savings?" And they'll give you coupon codes, cash back, and all kind of incentives. Honey is another one. My points, and it's automatic like that. Those are some great things to go ahead and capitalize especially if you already doing online shopping. But like one big mama says, don't start just
randomly going to places. We've talked about Upside. We talked about Ibotta. I use that before I go shopping. Those are ways to save money on the side. Capital One shopping. They usually have discounts. I'm on there right now. So right now they have 7%. This is for me. It may be personalized. 7% back on booking.com, 5% back on Macy's, 8% on Adidas. Anyway, there's a bunch. I have to unblur the freaking screen, but they do have shopping experiences. What I will say is maybe you should shop around to see if that deal is actually worth it. Taxes and fees and whatnot, shipping rates may be different. Look at that. Home Depot, I go there often. That's 2%. But Apple, that was a good one. That I did actually have to compare. I don't know if you guys remember when I bought the Apple Watch that I got from my job. I had to compare between the Capital One offer and what I was going to save versus my job giving me their discount, because we get a discount program through our job. So they have a link that we can cash in.
Too.
Hey, James Guy. So I did do that comparing, and maybe it was about $20, but I got the points more from my job. So it worked out. But if you guys have any questions about credit scores, either two apps that we discussed, again, we're not financial advisors. We're just giving our opinion and what has worked for us. So you can't blame us. You can't sue us. You can't do nothing. Okay. Disclaimer.
That part.
We're not liable for any of our actions. Okay. And you'll never see any discounts for drugs or alcohol. Just want to let you know.
Good to know.
So it's been real. What time is it? Oh, we're right on the money.
And so I'm gonna put the referral code for self in the comments.
Yeah.
And if you
Thank you.
if you sign up, and I think I get like $10. If you sign up and you contact me, when I get my $10, I give you half back. Because I just want people to do get their life, figure it out. Like I said, if you wanna check it out and you can cancel at any time. I'm definitely gonna be checking more into Credit Karma, because I know a lot of time I'll be like, you know what, I'm going to follow up and I'm going to do this, that, and the third, and don't be doing that.
I don't have a referral link because I guess I can't make money off of them, but I'm gonna pin your referral link in the comments once the live is over, so that in case anybody wants to use it. I think we're pretty much good.
Yeah, with this video is not sponsored again. We're not financial advisors or anything like that. Check it out, do your research, and take care of your credit.
So next week is Frugal Mama's channel, and what we have up to bat, unless things change, is headlines and trending topics. So stay tuned for that. I know a lot of people appreciated the fact that we announced this one last week. So stay tuned for that. And then we'll have viewers' choice coming up for March. So put in any of the lives comments. Usually I get dinged if it's on my channel to write it down. So we can look out for that. But this has been great feedback.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, and that's about it. I see y'all in the morning for the workout with me. Hey, do you have a premiere today?
Oh, sugar honey iced tea.
Do you have a premiere today, or is it tomorrow?
I think it's tomorrow. I don't think I would have put it today.
Okay, cool. I just didn't want to, because I haven't even been getting a lot of notifications, then turn around and some of my stuff, we already know, be unsubscribed and all kind of stuff, like whatever. All right.
I try not to do that. But anyway, if you missed any of us, go check us out. Community tabs, videos, run the playback. Hey, Miss G. And we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.